Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee Run Live, coming live to you from my vehicle this morning. It's really interesting. I've been thinking a bit more about these COVID restrictions lifting a little bit, and it got me thinking about holidays. And they say that change is as good as a holiday. I'm like, it's been made a bit more apparent actually this week. I've had some friends of mine in the States and in the UK say, I can't wait to get together. I can't wait to travel and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah. Oh my God, it could be freaking forever away. So that's not actually what I wanted to talk to you about. I just thought it was a little bit interesting. Good morning, Geordie. How are you? Hope you're doing well. As you're coming on, let me know you can hear me. I'm live from the vehicle. I'll show you what my view is right now, and then I'll explain what I'm doing. Oh, that's the top of the tripod. Let's get that. Boring. So I've just decided to come down here. I've just been on a walk, coffee coaching walk with the very fabulous Jeremy and Kim of the Mind Master fame. They are a pair of badasses, by the way. These two were walking along this morning, and Jerez has gone, do you want to do a live? And I'm like, Cameron, what? Yeah, of course we'll do a live. And he's like, okay, let's go. He didn't tell me anything about what we were going to do. And we just started jamming, and I think it was kind of fun what we did this morning. So what I'm out here doing is exploring. There's a really cool, there's some people on it at the moment, but there's a really cool stairway. I'll see if I can show you. So I've been playing with doing some different photos and stuff. Can you guys see, like, just through, where's the camera? Just in there's like a staircase going up. I thought I might go and see if I can do some fabulous photos up on there, some selfies. I don't know if it's going to work. It could be a dismal failure. Maybe I'll share the failure photos with you as well as the fun ones. It was lots of fun, Jeremy. Oh, look, you're there. Yay. And so we were talking all things children's rewiring of children's brains. We were talking about boosting confidence to raise ability, and you'll boost confidence, and all of that amazing stuff that is their stuff, which is it's just freaking brilliant. You should go over and check it out. But what it also got me thinking about, I suppose, is the other thing, let me just get in here. We've got Visible Live happening this weekend. So I wanted to talk to you about that because, if you're not in that, or if you can't attend live, you can still register for it. You'll get the recording, and we'll do a one-on-one within 3 weeks of you being a part of that. So, that should be, really helpful for you. If you want clarity, confidence, you want to get rid of the overwhelm and the stress that happens when you're thinking about your marketing and all that sort of jazz. So really, really fun. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is something that came up on the live that I did with Jeremy and Kim, but Kim was standing off camera. She was there, but she was standing off camera. And one of the things that we were talking about was about like being the ripple. And I think what I was really curious about, years ago when I first started in this personal and professional development journey, and anybody who is in business, you guys know that it is the most deepest, immersive personal development course you could ever be a part of. Being in business, and particularly being the face of your business and the driver of your business, being an entrepreneur, it makes you face everything that you have within you. So you've got to find confidence, resilience, grit, courage, embracing fear, and doing all of those other things as well. And I remember saying, I actually had a conversation with my parents going back a number of years ago, saying, man, I wish I knew now. I wish I knew then what I know now. And imagine like my children who are now 18, almost 14, and almost 12. Imagine, being that age and, looking at looking at life in a different way, looking at things in a different way. And I think what I really loved about that, and what I think about that is, if we can have a positive influence on our children and on our children's lives, now, and help them understand, like even something as simple as the 4 agreements, right? It's like, which I can't recite off the top of my head, but I know the 2 is like, don't take things personally and be impeccable with your words. You know, if you can take those 2 lessons and hold them close, then they can be really, really life-changing. Right? Being impeccable with your words and don't take anything personally. You know, we wouldn't, if people chose to do that, then we wouldn't have bullying. We wouldn't have self-doubt, you know, well, we may still have self-doubt, but you wouldn't have bullying, and you wouldn't worry that what somebody else is saying is actually about you, because nothing that anybody says is really about you. It's all about them and their agenda, their motivation. And so what I like to think and what I like to consider on days where perhaps I'm not feeling it, and it doesn't always pop in front of mind, but it's something that I think of, that I really try and work hard to remind myself of, is that, you know, what would I be telling my clients to do? What would I be telling my children to do? What advice would I sprout really easily and readily that I need to take myself? And I think that way, if I'm looking at things like that, then I can really be a force for change. Right? And if I'm going to ask you guys to do something, then in my mind, I've got to be willing to do it first. If I'm going to ask my kids to do something, I've got to be willing to do it first. So sometimes the things that you're doing might feel like they're inconsequential. It might not feel like it's changing the world. The thing I really felt like you needed to be reminded of today is that every single thing you do inspires a chain reaction. Every single thing that you put up on Facebook, every single thing you put up on Instagram, it creates its own little it creates its own ripple, right? It creates its own universe around it. So what happens is that thing that you put out, that post that you put out, that you might not get any reaction on, you might not get any comments on, that thing that you share, if that creates one ripple, if that creates one person to think slightly differently, if that creates or inspires someone to take one different action or to change something, then you have been a force of change. You've been a force of good. And I think far too often we get caught up in all of the other shit that tends to come up as we're doing that. So remember, it's not about you. It's about the lives that you're changing. And if you just impact one life today, then how many lives is that person going to impact? And then how many lives are they going to impact? And that's really where this amazing power of momentum and change and creating huge shifts can really kick in. So I just really needed to remind you of that today. So get out there and go do that. Be the change, inspire. If you inspire one person today, you're doing really freaking well. My God, there's so much traffic down here. I haven't ventured down here in a long time. It's like I've walked, but to drive, like there's so many cars driving past. COVID? What COVID? So fascinating. All right, you guys, I am going to love you and leave you. If you have got questions about Visible Live, that is happening tomorrow and Sunday. We are delivering it live. It is going to rock your world. If you are requiring the home study version of it, still register for this. I'll send you the recording after, and you will get a one-on-one with me following the event to make sure that you've got it all down pat. If you've got any questions, we'll make sure that you've got them answered for you so that you've got your full content plan, marketing plan, you know exactly what to do, how to do it, and everything else like that. So if you have any questions, let me know. If I'm seeing you tomorrow, I am very excited and I can't wait. So that's all from me for today. Get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it, and remember, the world is ready for your brand of awesome. I'll talk to you on Monday, if not before. Bye.